Fasten your seatbelt.
Here comes the ready and
Yo, dog, we heard you like to while you, so we put some inside your so that you can while you're booming, dog. Boom.
What?
Yeah, I said boom. Big red barrel boom. Big red barrel boom. Big red barrel boom.
Yoshi and Smelly.
Big red barrel boom.
Yoshi and Smelly.
Big red barrel boom. Big red barrel boom. Big red barrel boom.
Yoshi and Smelly.
Hey everyone, it is episode 10 of The Boom. We are large in number and in stature. Most of us. Some of us vertically, others horizontally. This is a smashing start. And I'm your host, Dogs Die in Hot Cars. We have three co-hosts, four total co-hosts this evening. So let's throw it around. We're going to save the best for last, and yes, it is the best. We're going to go out to Georgia. Smelly, how are you doing today?
I'm angry.
Why are you angry?
Wow.
Oh, I know why.
Duh.
Inform.
You've caught me in the middle of a losing battle. I'm losing the battle to my rooted Android sexy phone. I got an unbelievable phone. I got a freaking Galaxy Nexus on Sunday, and now I rooted it and changed the ROM on it so that I can have better battery life and underclock or overclock my underclocking in my undercarriage. And I thought everything was going great, and then I realized that nobody was responding to my text messages because I cannot receive text messages from other humans. And that's kind of a big deal to me. I like to be able to communicate.
Yeah.
So I've been working on it for a good 3 hours tonight and haven't accomplished anything. So, yeah, I'm kind of in a bad mood. A little bad.
That's no fun. I'm sorry for your woes.
Sorry to bring it down.
First world problems, yo. Hashtag.
Totally.
Inner city pressure.
Mormon problems, yo. I don't know.
Hey, man, I just want some muesli.
I just want some muesli. Yoshi, hi.
Hey, how's it going? What are we up to tonight?
You know, just recording, just getting it done.
Yep, doing our thing. Booming on people's boom. A lot of Twitter action this last week, as usual with me.
Good.
A lot of people angry with me, and then happy with me again, and then angry with me again, and then it's the roller coaster ride that is having a Twitter account.
It's like your relationship with God.
Yeah, a lot. That
If assuming he exists.
Yeah, I don't believe that Twitter exists, so that kind of destroys the whole parallel there. No, wait, I don't, you're not supposed to have an up and down relationship with God, are you? I don't know how these things work, but I thought it was supposed to be pretty on the level. Like he's on the level. He's like pretty consistent, right? Like, isn't that one of his like basic traits? Am I going to say another prayer on this show? Is that where we're going?
That's where we're going.
He's omniconsistent.
It's inevitable. Yoshi's twit gnostic.
I think you could just end with twit, and it'd be fine. Twit-theist. Anyways,
well, I'm glad that you've had a good Twitter week.
I don't really know. You know what? Actually, the main thing this week, or actually today, is I was kind of in a bad mood today too. Not because my phone sucks, but because like my students today, for some reason, I don't know why, they just felt like ragging on me hard today. And they said like a ton of mean stuff, and I was like, oh well, I should be used to this. They're freshmen and whatnot. But it got me, in the gut, like it does sometimes when you don't. You know how when someone punches you and you're not ready for it, and it hurts more because like you don't know to flex your abs or whatever. Like that happens in teaching occasionally, where you're like, you're not really thinking that they're going to come at you like that, and then they do, and you're like, oh, normally I just like, I wipe that dirt off my shoulder and whatnot, like Jay-Z or whoever does that. Young Weezy or whatever, but today I couldn't do it. I was not flexed in the abdominal region, and it hit me, and I was like, "Oh, that feels bad."
It's like when your kids jump on your back and you're not expecting it,
right? Or on your front, or your stomach when you're lying there watching TV, and they just come and jump right.
Yeah,
on your
and they
stomach.
just jump on your junk. But if you have a moment to flex your junk, it doesn't hurt quite nearly as bad.
You can flex your junk, sweet.
That's Dogs Die's Mormon speak.
Yeah, he must be in the.
Flex
You're going to be
junk.
the Avengers, aren't you?
Yeah, that's my... Yes.
Let's stop talking about me. I suck.
Yeah, I agree, you do. Let's introduce our fourth co-host. First time ever on Boom, but he is an old pal. Saint Mantooth. Represent.
Hey everybody, it's St. Mantooth, and I'm on the Boom. It's a good thing you said the Boom, because once we started recording I realized I had no idea what the show was called, because I don't listen to you guys. So
That's funny, neither does anyone else.
Classic apathy.
Yeah, we've probably made that mistake 15 times so far since we've been recording.
Haven't missed a beat.
Yeah, so I'm happy to be here and talk about movies. This is a movies podcast, right?
Right. Yes.
Last week it was.
This is the 3 hour, the first episode of 3 that we're recording tonight, and this episode will be 3 hours. Well, I'm Dogs Die. We have a lot of good stuff planned. We have Creepy or Chivalry. It's a new one-time segment on the show. We're going to have our 3 + 1 = 4 segments of learning things right after I stop talking. We also, I'm really spacing it because I don't have the agenda. Oh, we're going to talk about Diablo 3 beta, and we're going to have a little mini bracket like they had last week. I'll just get out of the way right now. F you, Dave, for making the show more interesting than I do. That and more on the Boom. We have Yoshi's Word of the Week. We have the Thug Speak from Smelly. We're going to have a Nerd Speak from Mr. Mantooth. Sorry, Saint Mantooth. He's a saint. And I'm going to do an MMO Speak. So we gotta go through it pretty quickly. So Yoshi, start us off.
Don't you have to be dead to be a saint?
Dude, shut up.
I don't.
Not when you're as saintly as this Mantooth.
Oh, that's true. He kind of. Yeah.
He's dead to us.
That's true. He is dead to us.
You can call me Dr. Mantooth.
Okay.
All right. Well, whatever. My word of the week is incarnadine. And this word is featured in Macbeth, which I'm currently reading and teaching. So that's why I thought I'd throw it out there. And it's got a cool definition, basically. So I'll just throw it out there. Incarnadine. If you want to say it, do. If not, don't, because you guys usually don't. So
Shakespeare was
Incarnadine.
Incarnadine, yeah.
Wow, I really have to stretch hard to
fit that
make
in there.
this. It's
an adjective.
It's like.
Does that help you?
Is that like? Let me. I have a really long guess.
Okay.
no.
Can't wait.
It's when Laura Dean, the actress. No, that's Laura Dern. Dang it. Never mind.
I thought you were gonna make
she does steaks. She makes steaks.
It's when
then
Paula Dean.
that's-
It's when Paula Dean dies from diabetes, but then gets incarnated.
You're so
again,
close.
so reincarnated. Anywho,
I thought there was going to be a David Carradine joke in here somewhere, but we went to Paula Dean. Either way, it's incarnadine.
okay.
Wow.
That's when your junk comes back to life, like David Carradine's junk didn't.
Because he didn't flex it enough.
he had a weak taint, and that always leads to early death.
Well, you do know what I'm talking about, right?
Gird up your
Yeah,
carradines.
he did the thing where
The whole autoerotic
asphyxiation. Yeah, not that I know that word super well because it's right from my memory or anything, but it just came to me. I don't know.
Right.
Whatever. Sorry. Go on. Do something else.
I want to real quickly. I want to shout out Shakespeare for just making up a bunch of words and pretending like they were words.
I think this
It's
might
awesome.
be one of those words that he just said. No, here's a word. I actually don't know if he made this one up, but it's a darn cool word. Incarnadine.
I'd stake my strumpet on it.
I knew you were going to try to think of some Shakespearean word.
Dang it. That's all I had.
I got to think about Romeo and Juliet to come up with Shakespeare stuff.
Yeah, Dogs Die. You should do a Shake Speak for us every week.
A Shakespeak.
That would be
All right,
great.
I'll do that maybe some later.
I saw a really great Shakespearean insult generator online once where it had 3 columns of just nonsensical Shakespearean words, and you would combine each of them. They're all adjectives.
I actually have that handout in
love that thing.
brick and mortar form. I make my kids actually write them out, do it. I don't have.
That's great.
They'll all have their own, iPads or whatever someday, and then they can just do it on there. But for now,
That's
they
true.
have to use their pencils in their hands. It's really tough for them. They complain about it constantly.
All right, Smelly, teach us thugs.
Oh, I got one that there's absolutely no context in which any of you will ever use it.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, that sounds like a challenge to me. I'm just
The
saying.
term is sitting on Chrome.
Sitting on Chrome.
You know what it means to be sitting on Chrome?
Is that like planking on a million or something?
No, dog. That's rolling in Hot Wheels.
So it's like, yo, I be playing Patapon while I sitting on Chrome.
Sitting on Chrome, yeah, because I got my Chrome blinged out toilet.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the
exactly.
browser or something here.
No, yo, dog, you use Firefox? Nah, homie, I'm sitting on Chrome.
Oh man, I'm sitting on Chrome. Google Drive just launched. Sitting on Chrome.
No, that's not it. In fact, sitting on Chrome is when you have your GAT in your back pocket or tucked into the back of your jeans. Not your jeans. I'm sorry, gangsters don't wear jeans. In the back of your khakis.
Your FUBUs.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
All right. So sitting on Chrome.
Sitting on Chrome, yo, dog. You roll Opera? Nah, fool.
Oh man.
so what do you call it when the Chrome is? Do you say my Chrome's sitting on me if you like have it in your front pocket? Like, how does that work? Or do you just not mention it if it's in your front pocket?
Look, if you got your Chrome in the front, just don't forget to flex junk.
Yeah, right.
You be careful.
Yo,
about
dog, I got 6 tabs open. I got Chrome on Chrome on Chrome.
Oh man.
Khaki loving the Chrome.
Mantooth, go ahead and teach us a nerd speak, if you would.
Well, I haven't really had enough cycles to hack something together when you ping me about it, but
Are you administrating?
Whoa.
I like that.
no, those are words that my boss says, and it drives me nuts.
That was
So
intense.
instead of a nerd speak, we're going to come up with a Mantooth speak.
Oh,
Ready
yeah.
for this?
Oh, I like
I like
that.
that.
I like
That's
yes.
stronger.
The word of the Mantooth speak week is Dewskis. So for those of you that don't drink alcoholic beverages like myself, and
love where
you
this
want a
is
Mountain
going.
Dew, but you want to be cool, you say, hey, crack open a Dewski.
An ice cold Dewski.
You will be happy to know, Mantooth, that I am currently holding a Dewski and drinking it.
Yes.
I'm not sitting on it. I'll tell you that much. Not
One
sitting
time,
on Dewski.
one time, Smelly's Dewski looked like the letter Y, so I picked it up out of the toilet.
Oh, it's true.
I
Wrong usage.
Did you not hear his
usage.
definition?
Wrong. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, so we've got a Dewski. This is good stuff, everybody. The MMO speak of the week, which is the least appreciated weekly segment we do, and mostly by me.
Well, which is
Is,
good because it reflects the host, you know.
True.
Exactly. It's proc. Proc. Does anyone know what proc means?
Yeah, it's to check your processes.
To check your processes? Maybe not.
Okay.
No,
Not in
no.
this.
nerd
Not in an
speak anymore.
MMO. Right.
Proc?
So the definition of proc is abbreviation of programmed random occurrence. Refers to usually the benefits of added damage or other buffing enhancement that occurs randomly when an item strikes or is used.
Buffing
So you may
enhancement?
So buffing, yeah. So you may have a sword in World of Warcraft, for example, that part of the power of the sword says a chance on attack is you get plus 10 strength, or it heals you for 10. When that actually occurs, it doesn't happen every time, but when it occurs, that's a proc. You're welcome.
Yo, that sounds chromadine, dog.
That's
Dude, I need to crack open a Dewski after that one.
all right. Well, let's get
My-
to our first topic. Our first topic is going to be Diablo 3 beta. So I got to play it. Who else out there got to play it?
Me.
Oh, good.
I mean, me.
This is almost the same conversation as when we all tried to do Oblivion, or what was that new game called?
Skyrim.
That one. And I was all, yeah, if by played it you mean did the first 20 minutes and then had to stop. Yeah, no, I installed this thing. That's as far as I got.
You
I
installed
didn't
it.
even look for
That's
it.
great.
I was like, whatever. I'm not gonna play the Diablo. El Diablo.
Diablo.
I don't even like. That's a lot of people were asking me like, "Oh, are you excited?" And I'm like, I don't never played any of those games, and I know it's like heresy or whatever, but like,
I don't never played it.
I don't never ever played any of those games, so I don't even know what this is about. But you guys are going to tell me, and I'll shut up for a long time now.
In fact, I would like Mantooth, our honored guest, to take the stage and talk about Diablo 3 real quick.
Well, to preface
Kind of what
a
it is
little,
first, and then what you like.
I'm going to go into the Mantooth monologue here.
I like.
I did. I played the first and the second one. I never finished the first. I did finish the second. I'm a real big fan of these games. If you're an MMO fan, then you'll love Diablo, because a lot of the elements you love about your MMO, which is essentially getting all the loot, is like it's loot on crack in Diablo. And I'm done leading here. Go ahead.
Oh, that was it. We got 20. That's the longest he's ever spoken.
Okay, are we done here?
Can you hear him panting? He's out of breath.
Yeah.
Right.
Hold on.
So I did not play Diablo 1 or 2. I played through the beta here. The beta is pretty short. They give you 5 characters you can level up to only level 13, and so it's about what would you say, Mantooth? About 2 to 3 hours per playthrough.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, it took me about somewhere around 2.5 hours to get through one playthrough with my little barbarian character. It's a dungeon crawler. You're kind of not bird's eye view, but kind of off like a 45-degree angle up ish from your character. Not quite over the shoulder, third person.
Kind of like Baldur's Gate style.
Yeah, exactly. And so you go around, you have quests, and you complete the quests, and it really does feel MMO-y. That's actually where I have a problem with it, is because it feels like Warcraft Lite. It feels like World of Warcraft, but you can play it with one hand.
Actually, that's one thing I love about it.
That seems like what's wrong with that? This is like a bonus to me.
Well, see, and again, that's great. Maybe this would be the right game for you guys. For me, being so tired of that style of MMO, and I'm just so sick of it. I don't know if I liked it when I played it, but I could see myself getting sick of it and not playing through the whole thing. Because it really feels like World of Warcraft Lite. And I've actually read a lot of people complaining about, like, oh man, they've taken so many aspects of Warcraft and put it into this game.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
See, I never played World of Warcraft, so I don't see it, which I guess is a good thing, because I actually really liked it. I was on the fence about whether I was going to get it or not, but after playing the beta, I'm pretty sure I'm going to buy it pending.
Wait, did you call it a beta?
Approval.
He called it a beta.
No, that's okay. I couldn't pronounce Diablo a second ago, so I'm not one to speak. I thought it was interesting.
Well, to be fair, he's had one too many
Dewskis.
Dewskis.
Yeah, I put it in our chat there in case you forget what the word is.
Thank you for that.
I did enjoy playing co-op with you, though, Mantooth. That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. Except for one complaint I do have is when we jumped in with other people, they immediately they rushed through the game. They went ahead of us, beat all the guys for us, which, we got the experience with it too. But we missed. If you're interested at all in the story or listening to the characters talk to you in between the missions or whatever, don't do the co-op, or at least do it with someone who's sharing the same interest, because the other people just barreled through it, and we didn't get a chance to stop and re-equip things without them going and clearing the next 3 areas, and that was a little frustrating. But
one of them had like Korean symbols for his name, so he's all smart. It sucked.
He let his kid die, obviously.
He's good at those Blizzard games. But going into it, I actually, when they first announced the characters about, I think it was like a year ago, they had changed them quite a bit from what was in Diablo 2, and I was kind of like a paladin. I don't even remember what I was in Diablo 2, but whatever it was, I really liked it. I wasn't a cleric.
Or a clerk? Was there a clerk class? That would be awesome.
So I was really disappointed that they didn't include it this time around, and I went through and I looked at what they had released, the information they had released on all classes, and I wasn't looking forward to it at all. And so over the last year, it really killed my enthusiasm for this game, and I really haven't had much interest in it. But then the beta came out, and I started off with the monk, and I really enjoyed it.
Tell me about the monk, because I've heard the monk was, by the end of the playthrough, was super powerful and fun.
So the monk is kind of your melee character. He has a lot of area of effect tax.
Could you melee when you were in the beta?
The AoE. Not in the beta, but the beta. The beta version didn't have it.
Beta version you couldn't melee?
Yeah, it was the worst version.
Well, you can't melee in the beta version because it's not asynchronous.
Asynchronous.
I can't even mess up right. Dang it.
So
okay.
no, I
We're
really
all
enjoyed
terrible
it.
people.
My second playthrough, I did the wizard, and I gotta say, I didn't like it at all. He's a wuss. He might be better
Pansy.
later on, but whatever.
Cloth wearer.
Wasn't the
Yeah.
monk like in the original Final Fantasy? Wasn't he a character that was kind of crappy at first and then got better, or was it wasn't a monk? What was that? Do you know what I'm talking about,
No,
man?
it was in 2. Or was it in 2? Yeah, I do. It's
I'm talking about the generic one from 1, where you could only use nunchucks at first, and he kind of sucks. But then
I
after
don't
you
remember that.
visit the dragon and you power up to your next level, you're a BA. I can't remember.
Was he
Maybe
like
it's just
the
like
bald dude that was kind of like the Gandhi pseudo ninja?
That's
guy?
from Final Fantasy 2. You're thinking of Yang.
Is that too?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
And
yeah.
he was awesome too.
I would want the monk in Diablo 3 to be like a germaphobe, socially awkward crime solver. That would be phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd just take a bit actor from Galaxy Quest.
Exactly.
All right, so basically we're looking at 50% of the people on this show right now will play this game.
Yeah, and 25% of the people on this show will play it for longer than 2 weeks.
And 25% of the guys on the show are amazingly good looking.
And 75% of the people on this show will be here again next week.
Right. And 33 and a third % of those 3 people will keep the installed beta on his machine in the hopes that someday he'll be able to play it.
And scene.
Yeah.
Right. Topic. End of topic, right?
Edit that in harder, Dave, as we like to say.
Edit it harder.
Future Dave.
Scene.
Oh yeah, that's a new meme that you missed, Dogstye. It's Future Dave. We can now refer to him as Future Dave.
Yeah, it's kind of like you have to remember a little bit of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, where you can just say that you're going to do something in the future and it changes things. So, or I mean, in
like
the past. Excuse me.
It's Future Dave.
Right. So to Future
Yeah.
Dave, because we have present
All right,
tense
Future Dave.
days and Future Dave, past Dave.
Right.
Great, I like it.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, we're going to do a mini bracket. That's our introduction music for that segment. So what we're going to do is each of the hosts is going to choose a current developer and a developer whose heyday is past. Whether maybe they produce a few things here and there now, but they're done. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to randomly kind of place these little developers around, and then we're going to discuss and crown a king by vote. So, Mantooth, first developer for you.
New?
Let's do current developer.
Let's say Kojima.
Wait,
Okay.
we doing like
Isn't that just a guy?
a human?
That's his studio is called Kojima.
Oh, I thought he was called
Kojima.
Team Ninja or something like that.
No, it's
I don't even
Kojima.
know.
It has
Okay.
the Foxhound logo.
I'm Cliffy B. I get Cliffy B. Smelly?
I want to be Nestor. I picked Nestor.
Nesticle.
Can I be Hip Hop Gamer? I don't think he develops games, but I just want to be Hip Hop Gamer.
Yes. Will you please be Hip Hop Gamer?
Okay.
I dare you to tweet for a full week like you're Hip Hop Gamer. I just want you to tweet like him for a whole week.
That would be awesome.
Oh, you know what his tweets are? Here's his tweets. Yo, I got this dope interview coming up right now. You're gonna... And then it stops because he just tweets his entire article.
That's right.
You should tweet it in parts so that he has like 80 tweets in
Anyway.
a row.
I've met him. He's pretty cool. He's actually a really nice guy.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right, so Smelly, who's your current developer you're going to do?
Current. Oh, F. Well, I could choose one that's just going to lose straight off. Because I would go with Zene. The makers of the only game I play anymore is Zen Pinball.
All
I
right.
like that. It's a
No,
Yeah.
are you not choosing Zene?
Yeah, let's go with Zen. I think they deserved it.
Great. And then Yoshi?
We're picking new ones right now. Current developers.
Yes.
I'm gonna go with the indefensible BioWare.
Yeah.
All right.
I love those guys.
I'm going to go with the easily hated Blizzard.
Huh.
So we picked really bad current generation ones. I think that was a pretty
Yeah.
awful job by us of picking the top 4 current.
No, you did a pretty good job. You picked a good mainstream one.
I picked
The
one
th-
that
the three of
everybody
us-
hates right now. So
The three of us pretty much said, what games do I spend the most time on? And then picked those.
that's true. That's what I did too. I mean, what game do I play
yeah,
more
exactly.
than
That's what we
BioWare
did.
games,
And that's fine. All right, how about old school? I'm going to go first. And I'm going to say, I know that they're still around, but their heyday definitely is gone. I'm going to say Rare.
Well, I like that. I knew you were
Okay.
going to say Rare.
Alright.
I didn't know that, but when I looked at Rare, I was thinking about Rare. I was like, dogs will take that one because of
Yeah, and when
007.
we get into when we get into the actual matchup, we'll discuss what games are included in these and everything. So let's go to Mantu.
My pick is id Software.
Id. All
And
right.
they're I mean you can't argue against Wolfenstein and Doom and Quake.
And Quake. Don't forget Quake.
I'm sorry,
was-
you
Yeah.
just can't.
That's pretty good. That's pretty big time.
Quake is probably in my top 5 games of most addicted to in my life. I played that game for like a year straight without ever playing anything else.
All right, Yoshi, what is your past?
I'm gonna go with something like very past, like when I used to play games on my computer, and I didn't even really play console games, so to speak, that much. I'm going with Sierra.
I was going to say
makers of
right when you
King's
said that. I was
Quest,
thinking
Police
Sierra.
Forgot
Quest,
about them.
Leisure Suit Larry, Space Quest, mainly games that end with Quest, but I was a big fan of the King's Quest series, and I played through like the first 5 of those, so...
Did they do Oregon Trail too?
No, but I wish they did.
I'm not sure. They did a lot of iterations of You Don't Know Jack.
Yeah,
actually.
I'm not a
Yoshi
big
loves
fan of
that
that,
game.
but I like Sierra.
true.
You know what? I played You Don't Know Jack with my parents when they were visiting, and my wife, and we had a lot of fun. But we just sat there and went, "Wow, this game would be so awesome if there were more questions and less bad puns. Just go to the questions. Who cares about these jokes that are awful and making us groan and want to kill people?" So anyway, sorry. I've been on that rant.
Did you guys ever play Quest for Glory? Sierra?
That is a Sierra game, isn't it?
No.
Yes. Oh, amazing. I think that's what got me into it in King's Quest. That's what got me into the RPG.
Yeah, no, I would agree with you that's why I picked Sierra. They're the company that got me into that particular genre type of game where you're not just like trying to kill stuff. You have to think, and the Sierra games were very unforgiving. Like Police Quest was brutal. I remember playing that game and like you'd have to redo the same scenes over and over again because you forgot to do this thing first or that thing, and yeah, so it really like it made me enjoy that kind of OCD gaming that carries over to today when I play games like any basically Bethesda game where you just get to go massively OCD on things. So
All right, Smelly, what's your past?
Oh man, it's a tough call, but I got to pick. I'll go with Konami.
yeah,
I was going to do Capcom. It's really tough between Capcom and Konami, but it's Konami. Yeah.
All right, first matchup. We're going to do past, final 4 of past versus, and then the best past is going to meet the best present in the finals. That's what we're going to do. So Kojima versus BioWare.
Oh, jeez.
Fight.
Are we?
Mantooth, your pick. You can choose your best argument for why Kojima should beat BioWare.
I think they do a lot better theatrical
Yeah.
Cutscenes, maybe.
The cutscenes.
How about let's just say they do more? Not that they're better. They're just more of them.
No, they're better. They're better. The camera, they make it more movie-like, more like an action movie than BioWare does. I mean, BioWare does amazing, but I think, in my opinion, Kojima has the upper hand.
All right.
And I like cutscenes.
Yoshi, you get to defend yourself. You have approximately 15 seconds to do so.
Yeah, I'll just name off the games of theirs that are good. Baldur's Gate, KOTOR, Jade Empire, Mass Effect, Dragon Age Origins. That's just those games alone make them one of the best developers ever.
But then you have KOTOR 2. They didn't do. You have Dragon Age Origins 2, which was not good.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could. The biggest argument against BioWare is like their last year or year and a half or whatever. Like before then, they were. I mean, it's shocking that none of us mentioned Valve here because Valve is really the that's the favorite of the nerds pretty much. But
They're
I mean,
the darling.
if Mass Effect 3 and Dragon Age 2 had not come out, there would be no argument here. It would be just over, But those two games have sullied their reputation a little bit. Plus, some people are a little bit upset with Star Wars: The Old Republic for various reasons. Some are logical. Some are I'm mad at Mass Effect 3's ending, so I'm not playing that anymore, which is retarded. But I just think you look at that Baldur's Gate, Mass Effect, KOTOR, like. Oh my gosh, these guys make some of my favorite games. I mean, besides Bethesda, I can't think of another developer that's made so many good, really good games that I've sunk many, many hours of my life into. So,
13, 14, 15. Sweet. So let's have a vote. Smelly Pirate, do you vote for Kojima or BioWare?
Kojima, because I loved Metal Gear Solid 1 better than any of the games that Yoshi mentioned.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Really?
I was not expecting you to say that.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I don't even want to be.
I wasn't either.
I don't want to be on the podcast.
It wasn't
with you
really that
anymore.
good.
Okay, Yoshi, your vote goes to...
My vote goes to Killing Smelly.
Fair enough. All right, and then...
I'm just staring at this picture right now, just thinking of ways
and
to
then
smash
what
it.
does your vote go to, Mantooth?
My vote goes to BioWare.
What? You spoke for
What in the world?
I love this movie.
Because do you know what? I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that that Metal Gear Solid is better than Mass Effect because it's not.
Yeah.
Well, you ruined a really good potential vote or joke for me, but that's fine because I was gonna vote for BioWare, and then it was going to be
tied.
Kojima winning because Killing Smelly got a vote. Kojima got 2, and BioWare only got 1.
See.
Oh, okay.
But you voted for BioWare,
Sorry.
and I voted for BioWare, so BioWare
Sorry.
wins with 2 votes.
Woo! Dang it.
All right.
Get out of here,
Next
Smelly.
up. Okay, here we go. We got to hurry this up. Blizzard versus Zene.
This is easy.
I'll start. So, okay. Now, Blizzard, let's remember that Blizzard is not only the World of Warcraft developer. They did StarCraft, which is hugely popular in Korea, and StarCraft 2, which is even more popular in Korea. So that's good. They also did the Diablo games, with Diablo 3 coming out here.
You know what else is popular in Korea?
Tentacle porn.
Pinball?
Well, yeah, that
Nuclear weapons?
fermented cabbage.
Oh,
Really?
It's true.
Yeah.
Not eating enough food? That's popular in North Korea. Well, I don't know. I think that their repertoire of more than one type of game that doesn't involve a ball and flippers makes it superior to Zen.
No, you're right. If you're looking for a game with craft, if you're looking for a crafty game, they're the ones. They're sitting on.
You know what?
Sitting on
I
craft.
think, Smelly, I hate you so much right now because of your anti-BioWare talk, but I want to throw this at you. They made Lost Vikings.
Oh, they did.
Dang it.
So
And
what do
that
you
was a
think
good
about
game.
that?
Blizzard made the Lost Vikings.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
You don't hate
Yoshi,
to throw that at me.
I
love that.
think it's been about 50 episodes since you've backed me up on something, so thank you for helping out.
It's just because, Smelly's such a colossal douche for picking Metal Gear Solid 1 over Mass Effect. It just makes me want to break so many things. Oh, God, my taint is so swollen right now.
Man, you're mad like Fred Durst.
It doesn't matter that they made The Lost Vikings. It was a great game. It was a great game.
Oh, I love hearing you try to dismiss Lost Vikings like it was no big deal.
But man, you guys obviously haven't played the Mars Attacks Zen pinball game.
No, geez, you guys have no idea. Like it's they took something from the real life, real life, and they made it in front of my face on the television, and they made it very, very close to perfectly.
Yeah, but does it have clerics?
I gotta vote for Zen. Plus, they give me new and Damo frickin' DLC every 2 months. They give me a new table that I can buy that talks. I can go to sleep. No, I guess that's Mantooth that's going to sleep.
We're all going to sleep.
Anyway, I vote for Zen. The three of you guys can vote against me, and we can move on.
I think we will.
Well, I kind of hate Blizzard. But your Metal Gear Solid thing just makes me hate you, and I vote against you on everything now.
Okay. So, all right, so it's Blizzard.
Blizzard makes a bunch of
Blizzard
games. Like, I agree with Smelly. Like, we made StarCraft and Warcraft and Fightcraft, and it's like.
But did any of you play the original Battle Chess? Anyone?
I played Star Wars.
Star Wars Battle Chess. Yeah. Back in the day when we didn't know the Emperor would ever use a little lightsaber, so he just shot
You know what,
people.
Yoshi? You may want to recant your vote because Star Wars Battle Chess was actually made by Zen.
Shut up.
No, it wasn't. I know for a fact it was made by Bungie. So you shut up.
All right. So the next Blizzard wins that one. The next one we have is Konami versus Sierra.
Man,
Sierra gets my vote.
I picked Sierra,
What?
but I think that you have to go with Konami on this one, just because they're so. I mean,
So Smelly, for the younger listeners, Konami, what did they make?
Well, first off, up, down, left, right, VA start.
Right, the Konami code is
so
pretty
Contra.
dominating.
There's the code. Yeah, so they did Contra, they did freaking Castlevania,
Life Force,
and Gradius.
Oh man, good stuff.
Twinbee,
All
Bucky
right.
O'Hare, the Goonies.
I honestly feel Goonies 2, don't you mean?
Well, I don't know. This says the
I think
Goonies.
it's called the Goonies 2, and there was supposed to be some sequel. But I think the real thing here is we're kind of comparing apples and oranges because they make totally different types of games. And I mean,
Well, that's okay. What does Sierra make? And so I think this is how I'm going to be able to make my choices on the list of
They
games.
make questy games that end in quest.
what I was just making fun of Blizzard for, they do it, but they do it with quests. They do King's Quest, Police Quest. What were the other ones? Space Quest. Just, I mean,
All right.
they
I am prepared to make my vote.
do it.
I vote for Konami.
Yeah, I'm vote for
Thank
Konami
you.
too, even though I nominated
What?
Sierra.
What?
Are there
What?
any non-questy games in there?
Okay, here's the list: Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, King's Quest, Space Quest, Leisure Suit Larry, Adventures of Willy, Shivers, Gabriel Knight, Phantasmagoria, Police Quest, Half-Life 1, Counter-Strike, Gold Rush. Some others we
Yeah,
don't care
but
about.
Contra and Castlevania and all that cancels that out, I think.
Do you know what? My vote's Sierra because I put so much time into King's Quest and Quest for Glory. So much time.
You know, I agree with you on the King's Quest thing. I just look at the broad swath of what they've
But
done.
the point and clicks and the adventures and the frustration of not knowing what it wanted you to click on next.
or like
And
what you're
with
supposed
no
to type
internet,
in. Oh,
no
I know.
internet.
It was great. No, those were the days where you had to figure out which word to say to the tree to get it to give you the dagger or whatever.
Was that a you cannot take ye flask game?
No, it was one of those games where you could type in cuss words and it would say, I don't know the word this, whatever, like it was one of those kind of
And
games.
you'd giggle.
And there were just weird things in those games, like just very awesome plot things. But I just still think that if you look at the body of work of Konami, they're so. I mean, they're just so awesome in all the games that they've done. That I
Gotta
agree. I
agree.
put a lot of time into Sierra games, but that Konami is just. they're pretty dominant when it comes to like early Nintendo games and stuff like that, and you got to give them some credit for that.
Sure.
I think.
You know,
And then
it
the
really
code.
is trying to pick your favorite child.
Yeah.
You know,
Indeed.
the brunette over the redhead. So
Right.
That's how you name your children?
I love how you categorize your children by their hair color. That's awesome.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
The leggy
Man Tooth.
blonde versus the busty redhead.
All right, Mantooth, you may begin with id.
Really, is an introduction needed? Wolfenstein, Doom, and Quake, and Rage, and maybe some others I can't remember. But if there's anyone listening to this show that hasn't played Doom or Wolfenstein or Quake, I will give each of you a reach around.
Wow.
Wait, if they haven't played it, you're gonna give them
That's
a reach
phenomenal.
around? Is that to like get them to do it? Like I thought you'd give reach rounds to people who have played the games, like as a reward.
No, I meant you guys as my hosts, but
Oh, I see.
Oh yeah, well I'm listening and I fit that. I mean, you give me a Skype around.
wait, you haven't played any of those?
Well, not like significantly.
Well, it doesn't
think
matter.
Dude, I just
I've witnessed
Significantly.
Konami
Doom
made
being
double,
played.
double dribble. Sorry to go back to Konami, but they made double dribble, so we have to vote for
Oh,
them, right?
good call.
Sorry.
Good call.
Go on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, well, I'm not going to give up on this because those are some big games. They really are. But I got to tell you
Huge.
some of the games that Rare made back in the day. So we have GoldenEye, as was mentioned. That's a big one. Perfect Dark, yeah, whatever.
Perfect Dark is awesome. You shut your face.
No, it is good. I liked it. Ken Griffey Jr. Baseball, I'm sorry, I really liked that game. Viva Pinata they made. That was a good one. Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah.
That's the only
Killer
thing that they got
Instinct.
going for 'em, which sucked.
Killer Instinct. Battletoads.
Which was
and
good.
AC Pro-Am. That was a great
If it was
game.
RC Pro-Am, I'd be down, but
Yeah, I
That's
wasn't
what I
that
meant.
big of a fan of AC Pro-Am.
I don't even know. Is that air
it-
conditioned or something?
Yeah, the HVAC simulator.
Super,
Yeah, but-
Super RC Pro-Am.
Wolfenstein is what molded the entire first-person genre, which
Yeah.
is the most successful genre in existence.
Yeah, I have to go with Mantooth on this one. It's just that it is just too influential not to be picked here.
Dang it.
I mean,
All
Donkey
right.
Kong Country was okay, and
Smelly? Are you
it
voting
had
for id?
great graphics.
I gotta go with id.
F. I thought we were going to
Yeah.
have our first tie. All right.
Sorry, no deal.
All right, so going back, because we got to finish here soon. Going back, we have BioWare versus Blizzard. Can we just concede and say that BioWare is going to win this one?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yes.
Because
Yep.
I figured that is probably. I'm not going to argue against
Agreed.
Wait, Yoshi, didn't you tell me that Blizzard made Zen or something? I might want to change
They
that.
made all those
Blizzard
stupid
made Lost
pinball games.
Vikings. That was the,
Oh, yeah.
that was their redeeming quality. Besides making
That's
tons
true.
of MMOs.
No, yeah, that's not enough.
that. Right.
Okay.
All right, and then we have Konami versus id.
Ooh.
And for nostalgic, yeah, I understand that id kind of created the first-person shooter genre, but if you go and it has changed.
Go back right now and play Doom, or go back right now and play Castlevania.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you
Exactly.
want?
Yeah,
exactly. I want to go back and play Castlevania.
Yeah, me too.
And so and I think that a lot more there, like companies like Infinity Ward, even Valve have done more for first-person shooters than id did back in the day. Yeah,
Disagree.
okay,
Disagree.
they
Strongly
created it.
disagree.
Now, hold on a second. They created it much like people created working airplanes before the Wright brothers, but the Wright brothers perfected it and made it efficient. And that's what I think.
15 years
That's what
later.
I think Infinity Ward has done.
No.
I just made a Wright brothers.
If
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
feel
you know,
like-
If
Disagree.
you had said Santos Dumont, that I would have really been impressed.
I just think that with id, you look at the history of gaming and the shape of gaming, you have to give them so much credit for that. And I also think that even though at least Dogs Die and I both said let's go back and play Castlevania, like if you wanted to go back and play like Quake multiplayer, I would be so down to do that because that was something that I spent so much time doing. I mean, if we're talking about this is why I think it's like it gets really tricky because if you're asking me about it in terms of NES games, 8-bit games, like of course Konami, they made so many Konami games that populate my childhood. But then once first-person shooters became a thing, id was just so dominant and legendary in that realm. This is a really hard one, I think.
So we got to have a vote. So what's going to win between Konami and id? I vote Konami.
I vote id.
I vote Konami.
I'm gonna vote Konami.
Heartbroken.
I
boy.
think that id is more influential and important, but I think that Konami if you look at their list of games every year, and in the history of the Nintendo, the original Nintendo, they put out something that was on my list of playing constantly. It's just that they were constant. Anyways, go ahead.
Whatever.
So we're down to BioWare versus Konami.
BioWare. Really, because that's old school games versus new school games, and as fun as those were, having Mass Effect is one of, in my opinion, the greatest series that's ever been made.
I agree. Obviously. Did I even need to say that? I'll shut up now.
My vote's BioWare.
Me too.
Wow. I would add before we vote, after we vote, that Konami was responsible for the Wild West Cowboys of Moo Mesa.
Oh, that's a deal breaker right there.
And it's better known sequel, The Sunset Riders.
Well, that's the thing with Konami. They've made a lot of crap. So they've made a lot of good games, but they've made a lot of junk. And BioWare's mainly made good things, unless you count Dragon Age Origin 2.
In recent times, they are the producers of all the Metal Gear Solid games. They also, the new Castlevania game is really good, but for me, it's still not good enough to trump whatever
Dance
that
Dance
other
Revolution?
company is.
Does that push them over the top?
For me, it's just KOTOR and Mass Effect. Those are, there are no two games that I've spent more time playing than those two games. So.
Whoa! Hold the press, or stop the whore. There's a game that came out in 2007 called Mahjong Fight Club 6.
Mahjong, like multiplayer Mahjong with...
Mahjong Fight Club 6. I don't know.
Mahjong's better than your zhong. That's interesting. You know what? I'm actually voting for Konami on this.
Man, I love that. I love that. They made Frogger.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, man. Nope, I gotta go BioWare.
They made the Simpsons arcade game, too, I'm looking at now, so...
All right, BioWare. Ryan, meaning Mantooth. Huh?
BioWare.
Yoshi. Wait a minute.
BioWare.
Dang it, I was going to vote for Konami. All right, BioWare wins. BioWare is our mini bracket champion. Who and what Jim Carrey what Jim Carrey movie won last week?
Which Jim Carrey movie won? I think it was Eternal Sunshine.
Yeah, it was Eternal Sunshine because Dave and I outvoted.
All right, so Eternal
Smelly
Sunshine versus
on-
BioWare. What wins?
BioWare.
BioWare? So BioWare is the champion.
My daughter versus BioWare. BioWare. Everything I believe in and stand for versus BioWare. BioWare.
All right, everybody. We actually are running up. We're actually running up against the clock here, so we actually need to stop. But we'd like to give some very brief shout-outs. I'd like to give a shout-out to Raj Diut. Your tiny chat feed will happen at some point. Jason Maxwell, woot, yay. Supreme Yankees says, you guys make my Thursday morning just that much more. Yeah, it's what I listen to on Thursdays.
That is a good comment.
I like that. That was good.
Appreciate that.
Shout out to the albino platypus. Also,
like him.
Jack of Hearts, of course. He's good. Go on to the iTunes area of the iTunes and leave us iTunes reviews. iTunes. Thanks.
On your computer.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Any shout-outs for you guys?
I was just going to say, McNally 3000, I told him I'd give him a shout-out if he could figure out why I'm such a bitter person. And he did. There are lots of reasons. So he picked one of them.
Great.
Well, I was just going to throw a Meta World Peace elbow to Dogsty's face for picking Konami. Deal.
You are suspended for
Infinity
for
Podcasts.
all of the episodes. For Infinity Podcast. Deal.
That's
Phenomenal. I'll take your meta world piece and I'll raise you a chair thrown from the palace.
I know that elbow is awful, but dude, Harden was totally baiting him. Like, he was celebrating and Harden got all up on him and like was rubbing on him and like I'm not saying that what he did was right, but it was totally like a little playground move by Harden to try to get a reaction, and he got one. And he got laid out, and I think it was the wrong thing for Meta to do. Ron Artest, I want to call him. But if you watch it, you know exactly what Harden was doing. He was like, he did not need to make contact with him and like try to bump into him while he's getting the inbounds pass. That was totally like to provoke him, and it totally worked. So Harden is not.
Plus Ron Artest is on the Neighborhood Watch, so it's okay for him to do it.
Next year, he's going to change his name to Zimmerman.
Wow. Well, you guys, we have 50 seconds before Audacity explodes, so we got to end it. I apologize. Yeah, let's take us out, Smelly.
All right. The Big Red Barrel Boom. Stingo says, on a scale from butter to Sasquatch, I'd rate this episode sidewalk.
Yeah, he understands then.
Thank you, Stingo.
Incarnadine means blood red. Sorry.
Blood red.
Yes. Something that looks a lot like blood.
You and your ears are quite welcome for the podcasting goodness that you just heard. Why not roll on over to BigRedBarel.com for more podcast, news, reviews, and videos from the biggest, reddest site on the internet, BigRedBarel.com.